All right, you guys, so we drew diagonal lines from A to C and from B to D. So do these diagonal lines, what do you notice about these segments? Are these line segments equal to one another? I hear some of you saying that the diagonals of your parallelogram may or may not be equal to one another. So let's label the point where these two lines intersect. We're going to label it M. So this is the point where they intersect, and we're labeling it M. So now what we're going to do is we're going to measure from each corner to point M. Okay, and record all of our measurements. So from D to point M, it's about 2 1/4 inches. Now let's do B to point M. It's about 2 1/4 inches. Now we're going to do C to point M. Did I say that right? 2 1/4. Yeah, about. This is 1 1/4. And this one is 1 1/4. This is more like, nah, this is not a quarter. This is this would be a 1 2 3. This is 2 and 2. It's about 2 1/8. I'm going to change this. 2 1/8. I really want to be exact. Okay. 2 1/8. So what do you notice about the diagonals of our parallelograms now? Yeah, so the length from the opposite corners to the middle is the same. So from A to the middle is the same as C to the middle. From D to the middle is the same as B to the middle. So those lengths are the same. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Everybody say bisect. Okay. So let's break down the word into parts. Bisect. The first part is bi. So what does bi mean, everybody? Like bicycle. 2. Okay. And then what about sect or section? Parts of something, right? So 2 parts, 2 sections. Okay. Sect also means to cut. So turn and talk to your partner about why bisect is a good name for what you see in the parallelogram's diagonals. Bisect. Let's practice drawing more parallelograms and thinking about their attributes by completing the problem set. So you're going to need to get your problem set out. And I have mine right here. Lesson 17 problem set. Here we go. Okay, so we have to draw a parallelogram in each box with the attributes listed. So So again, remember we said parallelogram, so it has to have two sets of parallel lines, two sets of parallel lines. It's harder to draw on this paper than it is going to be on this paper. So you got to make sure so we're going to do and make sure it's straight. Okay, so this is a parallelogram with no right angles. These are acute angles and these are obtuse angles. So there's no right angles and there's two sets of parallel lines. Now this, we have to have at least two right angles. So at least two right angles. That means a right angle okay, this is a right angle. And if you measure, you're gonna get 90 degrees here for your right angle. So this wants two right angles. Okay, so two sets of parallel lines. This one doesn't look that straight, but we tried. Okay, so these are your parallel lines, and then you have at least two right angles. We have 4 right angles. Those are all right angles, 90 degrees. This says equal sides with no right angles. So we're gonna do 2 inches by, this one's gonna go off the, actually we'll just do 1 inch. No, 2 inches. I'm gonna go off the, I don't have to, never mind. I'll turn it this way. 2 inches by 2 inches by 2 inches. And this should be about 2 inches. So we're a little off. That means that this angle should be more over this way. There we go. So all of these are 2 inches and there are no right angles. So each side is 2 inches by 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. And then we have 2 sets of parallel lines. And then this says all sides equal with at least 2 right angles. So we can do 2 inches again by 2 inches. And I'm trying to make my ruler straight. It's a lot harder, like I said, to draw. There we go. Those aren't very straight lines. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so all sides are equal, 2 inches. With at least 2 right angles, we have 4 right angles. So there are some parallelograms that we just drew. And then you do not, this problem 2 and on, so page 78, that is an extension, okay? we will be having an attributes, shape attributes quiz here coming up. So this page will help you because you're going to have to know the properties of the different shapes that we have been talking about. So 78 is an extension, but you will have to know the different properties. Thanks for joining me.